to what is happening in the Parliament now. Monsoon session of the Parliament, it's a day 5 and the protests from the opposition parties end on the special intensive revision of the electoral rolls in Bihar. They are unrelenting in their protest. It is the leader of the opposition in the Rajya Sabha, Mallikarjun Kharge, leading the protest. He has been flanked by Priyanka Gandhi and Gaurav Gogoi on either side. Rahul Gandhi is also present over there, along with all other opposition party MPs standing united, demanding a discussion on the issue of SIR. They want that the entire exercise be stalled forthwith. They are questioning the timing and the very exercise itself. The opposition parties in the Parliament premises before the Gandhi statue holding a sit-in dharna, a demonstration demanding the SIR exercise to be stopped. It's the Congress party, the Samajwadi party, the TMC, the DMK, RJD, several other parties are standing together, also representing the opposition unity, where they are trying to build pressure on the government to agree to a discussion on SIR. But as per the government sources that has told News9 that there are going to be no discussions whatsoever on the issue of SIR. There is going to be 1 month's time from the time when the electoral roll is going to be released. If any of the opposition party leaders or political party per se wants to object to it or verify it, that option will remain with them for a month. But until then, in the monsoon session of Parliament, the government is in no mood to entertain the opposition party's demand to hold a discussion on the issue of the SIR, the special intensive revision of the electoral rolls in Bihar. Congress leaders marching there from gate number 12 towards gate number 4. They have been holding protest on the issue of SIR every single day. They are consistent in their demand for a discussion on SIR. They are holding a march. My colleague Brijesh Pandey is joining me live right now from the newsroom itself. Brijesh, good morning. We are looking at these visuals. Once again, it's day 5 of the monsoon session and the opposition party is unrelenting in their demand for a discussion on the special intensive revision of the electoral rolls of Bihar. But as far as the government is concerned, there seems to be no headway as far as coming to a talking table is concerned, agreeing to the opposition demand. Will there at all be a discussion in this monsoon session?
Well, I think, it'll be extremely interesting as to how this will pan out next week because, on 28th, we have been given to understand that the government has allocated 16 hours of discussion time to discuss, Operation Sindoor, for which, the oppositions have moved motion, and then on 29th, another 16 hours in Rajya Sabha. So I guess on 28th and 29th, we might see business taking place in both houses of Parliament. But other than that, I think, there's a logjam between the government and the opposition over SIR. Today is the last day in Bihar, and I guess, the opposition parties have also upped the ante. The entire ND alliance, be it Congress Party, Samajwadi, there you see Mallikarjun Kharge, Priyanka Gandhi, Ram Gopal Yadav, and other senior leaders standing there and voicing their protest against what they call an attempt by the government of India or EC acting at the behest of the government of India to steal voting rights of the citizens of Bihar. This has escalated into a big political crisis and a war of word between the opposition and the government side. The government has till date not mentioned anything about whether they intend to do a discussion on this particular issue in Parliament or how they want to proceed with it. But the opposition has also made it very, very clear that there is going to be no business in the House till the government agrees for discussion. From first day till this day, which is the last working day as far as this week is concerned. As we have been saying, from the second day itself, it's very clear that the first week of monsoon session, Samya, is a complete washout as far as the functioning of both houses of Parliament is concerned. Opposition is in no mood to relent. And interestingly, after Rahul Gandhi taking jibes at Election Commission and those several rejoinders by the Election Commission trying to explain the process, today Priyanka Gandhi also hit out at Election Commission saying that Election Commission is not transparent. So it's very clear that the Congress and the Gandhis are not allowing to let go of this particular issue, and it's very interesting to see how the government is going to deal with this particular situation. Samya?
Well, I'll request you, Brijesh, to kindly stay with us. We're also getting some political reactions coming in from the Parliament. Let's listen into that and I'll come back to you.
No, Nityanand Raiji is speaking with a kind of confidence that only comes when there is definite malintent in carrying out this election, election commission, the SIR electoral roll procedure. Even in the Supreme Court, the judges have said that it is unfair to demand for documents which are tough to get, tough to procure, and it asks for other documents to be added to the list, which Election Commission is refusing to add.
My colleague Brijesh Pandey continues to be with us. Brijesh, we were just listening to what Priyanka Chaturvedi was saying. She says that Nityanand is speaking with the kind of confidence that only comes with the space of malintent. The opposition party over here feels that there is something that doesn't add up. There is more than what meets the eye. Why is the Election Commission carrying out the SIR exercise in haste right before the Bihar election? But interesting to note over here, Brijesh, is that the RJD leader, Tejasvi Yadav, yesterday sounded a warning, a threat of sorts, saying that if the electoral roll has to be fixed, if the election has to be rigged, then Mahagathbandhan is going to talk amongst themselves and contemplate if they can arrive at a decision to boycott the Bihar elections once and for all. Now, that is a serious warning.
Oh, absolutely. And I think, if you go by the tone and tenor and the way RJD is, very aggressively pursuing this in the Bihar Assembly, where he's taking on the government, Bihar government, including Chief Minister Nitish Kumar, and the kind of war which happened yesterday with the Deputy Chief Minister. It's very clear that RJD is not letting go of the controversy surrounding the SIR, and what they are saying right now, will be a serious threat, and I think perhaps something which is extremely unprecedented as far as voting or elections taking place in the country. If RJD and other India Alliance partners decide to boycott this particular election. See, Election Commission is saying that there is no malpractice. They are saying that there is no problem, and all the norms are being followed to the T. But there's also one another aspect to the entire controversy, Samya, which is that several cases have come forward. Several independent journalists, YouTubers, and others are constantly showing that there have been several cases in which the family had no idea that the forms have been filled and have been updated on the website. I think instead of adopting this, everything is right. I think the Election Commission should also step in and should take note of all those complaints which are coming. I think that would add to the transparency of conducting this election. See, in Indian parliamentary democracy, Election Commission is like Caesar's wife. It should be above suspicion. But unfortunately, right now, the kind of aspersions that is being cast on Election Commission, it doesn't augur well for the democracy. I think Election Commission should also walk some distance to meet them in the middle and allay their fear and try to prove it. There should be some sort of a time frame given to the opposition party that they should come and tell them that these are the cases they feel where the norms are not followed, and more scrutiny should be doing. So I think a special intensive treatment should also be done with the complaints that is being filed in the cases that are being exposed in the state of Bihar.
Absolutely. There is a loss of faith of sorts on the Election Commission as the independent body. Yesterday, Rahul Gandhi had said that if the Election Commission feels that you can get away with it, then you're mistaken. We are coming for you. Let's listen to what Rahul Gandhi's sister, Priyanka Gandhi, has to say on SIR.
They should respond to the allegations. They should provide us with what we're asking for. Why are they not providing voters' lists? It should be a transparent, it's a democracy. All political parties should have access to that information. So why is it not being provided?
I'm also joined by RP Singh from the BJP. Mr. RP Singh, good morning. Thank you for taking your time and joining us over here on News 9. We were just listening to what Priyanka Chaturvedi, Priyanka Gandhi had to say. Priyanka Gandhi is saying that if the Election Commission doesn't have anything to hide, then why are they not providing them with the electoral rolls? Why can't the entire system be transparent, RP Singh?
Well, once the process is complete, the electoral roll will be published by the Election Commission. But it is the same party which was chest thumping when the votes were deleted from the Telangana, just before the Telangana state election. Almost 22.5 lakh votes were deleted. And that time, they were appreciating the Election Commission. Just sheer duplicacy, sheer duplicacy of Mr. Rahul Gandhi. Or he's talking about something in Karnataka, talking something else in Telangana, and talking something else in Bihar. It doesn't work that way. The Election Commission has already said that anyone who has any problem can, even after the draft roll is published, even after that they can come and get it rectified. It's not the draft roll won't be the final roll.
Okay, but there is a request, a demand from the opposition parties end towards the government that since the monsoon session of Parliament is underway, why can't there be a discussion on SIR? I mean, that is where things are going to be as transparent and in black and white with no sides.
Can I answer that? Can I answer that?
Yes, Mr. Singh, please go ahead.
Well, why can't we have a discussion on beautiful that bill which has been passed by U.S. Senate? Because we can't have the discussion because that doesn't fall under the purview of the Indian Parliament. Similarly,
but
Election
Mr.
Commission.
Singh, the Parliament
complete?
The Parliament constitutes of the representatives from the peoples, and they are the voters' representative. If there is a concern, if there is a doubt surrounding the SIR, why is the government running away from a discussion on it?
No, they should go to Election Commission for it. Election Commission already replied for it. They are going to Supreme Court on it. Have they not gone? The matter is still sub judice. Have they not gone to Supreme Court for this? They are going to Supreme Court for this.
But if the matter is sub judice and if there are concerns surrounding the exercise itself, there is a demand from the opposition's end to try and stall it till the time the matter is sub judice and there is more clarity on what exactly is going to yield.
So why not wait for the final verdict of the court one, and also why not wait for the answer of the Election Commission? The Election Commission has said that we will publish the draft roll. Once the draft roll is published, even then there will be 1 month time for the political parties to rectify it if there is some problem in that. It's not the end of the road. The real reason, shall I tell you the real reason for all of this? Is that they are losing the election. Remember that Mr. Rahul Gandhi video which is viral where he is going to Bihar and spoke to a woman saying, how is the education there? She said, excellent. How do children get
Mr.
to learn
R.P.
English?
Singh, we are not going to vouch for any viral video, but I am going to talk to you about what do you make of Tejasvi Yadav's threat to boycott the Bihar elections. He says that I am not convinced by the SIR and Mahagathbandhan would contemplate whether they want to continue with the election or would they want to boycott the Bihar election. How do you look at this statement, Mr. Singh?
Well, there's a new form of anarchism that is my way or highway. There are voters which have been identified who are dead. They want to get those votes casted. That's not democracy. But they're free to take their call, whatever they feel like. No one can stop them. It's part of democracy. But fact is that let them wait for the draft poll, final draft poll. The Election Commission already said they had already completed almost 98% work. It's just better another 2%. Once that's completed, they'll put a draft roll, and then on that draft roll, they can raise questions. They have. And again, by the mentioning of the Election Commission, I was calculating, it comes down to some 10 votes per polling booth. Why can't they identify the dead vote? If the people are alive and they are not dead, why can't they have the BLAs at the ground level, the polling booth workers? Why don't they ask their
But Mr. R.P.
to...
Singh, you know, the opposition party is also saying that Bihar is a rain, flood-ravaged state right now where there are connectivity and conveyance issue. This is something that the people of Bihar are facing. Then to try and get their documents, registered documents which are difficult to procure, documents that are not Aadhaar and are not even ration cards, which even the Supreme Court has asked the Election Commission why these documents cannot be used to try and use it as an identification of your citizenship. These are the areas of concern that are being flagged by the opposition, and fair that they want to raise it in the parliament.
Well, if you have Aadhaar card on you, please read it. It says it's not a citizenship proof. So, one, it's just your fingerprints and your eyes identified than those. But issue is another. Again, I reiterate. If there are any questions on the dead votes, they said that the Election Commission has intentionally done so. Why can't they get those people who have been put as dead voters and present them in a press conference and put the election commission to shame. But
Okay.
they don't do that because they know election commission has gone through the process. And there are about 52 lakh such voters. They let them identify such voters and do a press conference.
Well, Mr. R.B. Singh, thank you for taking your time and joining us over here at News9. But while the standoff between the government and the opposition continues, it's the crucial monsoon session of Parliament that is getting wasted. In the interim, Rajya Sabha, leader of the opposition, Mallikarjun Kharge, makes a statement.
काट दिया गया सर
होने के बाद उसी के खिलाफ तो हम लड़ रहे हैं
60 लाख वोट काट दिया गया सर
होने के बाद उसी के खिलाफ तो हम लड़ रहे हैं
Brijesh Pandey continues to be with us. Brijesh, we did hear what RP Singh had to say. We did hear what Mallikarjun Kharge, Priyanka Gandhi had to say. Priyanka Gandhi says that, if you want to carry out the entire process transparently, then you provide us with the electoral rolls. Why are you hiding or shying away from it? Now, the RP Singh of the BJP says that why can't you wait until 1st August when the entire exercise is complete? In the process, the monsoon session of Parliament seems to already be a washout.
Well, looks like that only because, the opposition, same in the line, in the similar vein, the opposition is saying, why can't you first listen to our concerns and rectify the process rather than wait for the process to end and then present it as a kind of a fait accompli to us. I think, election commission, though, yeah, I agree with Mr. RP Singh on one point completely that all those cases which have come forward, I think it should be the job of RJD and Congress and other opposition parties to collect and collate all of those data and approach the election commission and demand answers. That's one good way of dealing with any particular problem. So I think the Congress and the RJDs of the world should do this, and they should not only raise this issue with the election commission, but should also bring it before the Supreme Court, which is also already seized of this particular matter. But yes, unfortunately, the lakhs and the crores of rupees of money, the public money, will definitely go down the drain as far as the first week of monsoon session is concerned. And I also don't think that other than discussion on Operation Sindoor, I don't see any meaningful business getting transacted in the House as far as this SIR storm, which is looming large over the monsoon session of Parliament. Samya?
Absolutely, Brijesh. Thank you for getting us those details. I'm also joined by Shakti Yadav of the RJD right now. Shakti Yadav ji, good morning. शुक्रिया हमारे साथ जुड़ने के लिए News9 पे. जहां तक बीजेपी का सवाल है, सरकार का सवाल है, वो इस मूड में ही नहीं है कि आपके साथ एसआईआर के मुद्दे पे चर्चा करें मॉनसून सेशन पार्लियामेंट के दौरान पे। और दूसरी तरफ हम देख रहे हैं तेजस्वी यादव एक तरह से धमकी दे रहे हैं, थ्रेट दे रहे हैं कि महागठबंधन इस बारे में भी चिंता करेगी कि अगर बिहार इलेक्शंस को बॉयकॉट कर देना है, और बीजेपी कह रही है इस तरह से तो आरजेडी ऑलरेडी अपना हार मान रही है।
वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग। एक्चुअली भारतीय जनता पार्टी पकड़ी गई है कि चुनाव आयोग के माध्यम से ये वोट को लूटना चाहती है, चोरी करना चाहती है, ये डाका डाल रही है। तो ये पकड़े जा रहे हैं आनन फानन में। जिस तरह से विदाउट पेपर जमा किए जा रहे हैं फॉर्म, अंगूठे लगा लगा करके, तो अल्टीमेटली आज के बाद जब ये अधिकार चुनाव आयोग द्वारा नियुक्त पदाधिकारी के पास जाएंगे, जो 243 होंगे बिहार में, और उनको प्रतिदिन लगभग 5000 से अधिक यानी 52 से 5500 फॉर्में उनको जांच करनी है, सत्यापित करनी है, यानी 1 मिनट में 12 फॉर्म। अब कल्पना करिए कि सत्यापित एक व्यक्ति 12 फॉर्म का 1 मिनट में कैसे कर सकता है। तो इनके जो मन में है विशेषाधिकार उसी को प्रदत्त है, जिसे चाहे रखेगा, जिसे चाहे काटेगा। तो हमारी आशंकाओं को हमारी जो आशंका है उन आशंकाओं की ओर ध्यान आकृष्ट किया। गतिरोध तो कायम भाजपा कर रही है, सत्ता प्रतिष्ठान कायम कर, चाहे पार्लियामेंट हो या विधानसभा। हम तो समस्याओं का हल कराते हैं। प्रक्रिया जो जटिल बनाई गई, कौन सी जरूरत आ पड़ी थी आपको एसआईआर करने के? एसआईआर से हमारा ना कोई पहले बैर था, ना आज होना ही चाहिए। मरे हुए व्यक्ति नहीं रहे, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है। जो ट्रेसलेस है नहीं रहनी चाहिए, सही बात है। जो व्यक्ति दूसरे 2-2 जगह वोटर है नहीं रहनी चाहिए। लेकिन जो मूल वोटर है ओरिजिनल, उन वोटरों का भी आपने ऐसी की तैसी कर रखी है। तो आप ही के इस श्रम पोर्टलों पर 2 करोड़ 90 लाख जो है बिहार दिहाड़ी मजदूरी के लिए बाहर जाते हैं। अरे भैया, अब 25 दिन में जो मानक तय कि बार बार ये लोग जो ज्ञान बखाते हैं कि 2003 में हुआ, 2003 में हुआ था तो चुनाव नहीं थे माथे पे, 1 माह में भी नहीं हुआ था, एक्सटेंशन पर एक्सटेंशन और एक्सटेंशन पर एक्सटेंशन हुआ था, 6 माह लगे थे बाइंड अप होने में। अब इनको कौन बताए कि माथे पे चुनाव है बिहार में, समय सीमा का निर्धारण ऐसे समय में किया जब बिहार में बाढ़ है, बारिश हो रही है। अब उसको लेकर करके आप बार बार जब कहता है तब कहते हैं सब स्मूथली हो रहा है। क्या स्मूथली हो रहा है? आपके
यादव जी